Okay, we are live. Welcome, Bosu, welcome, Spaceman, welcome, E Paz to Archive Breach. Happy to have you here. It's a pleasure. Oh my God, I'm so happy two legends joined the stream today. How are you?
We're pretty busy. Okay, that's I would say an unusual setup, but absolutely banger. So super happy to see Spaceman in here, and because we're always interacting on the timeline. You know, it's like it seems like coming back like in a cozy home, sitting on the sofa, and just have some Bosu time. Finally,
just chatting around the fire.
Let me just put this on the screen for a second, Spaceman, because I want to make sure everyone can put a face to your PFP. I'm just going to add this on stage. So that's Spaceman's PFP on the right. I mean, my wizard is on the right, but that's E Paz, not PFP yet, but he is the...
Okay. What is the meaning behind that?
No, wait. So that's not okay. So wait, because that's not my PFP. Because that nuance. I'm sorry, guys, but that guy is already alive. He already has his own story. It's already started. I'm telling that story. So the only things that I already discussed with Rain, and I'm waiting the space of tomorrow because probably she's gonna shoot me again. Well, when are you gonna change the PFP? Yes, I said last time. I'm thinking about it, but probably I need to get an adjustment of the bird to fit my legacy.
You know what? No pressure. I was just putting this up just in case you want to consider it.
It works.
You know what? The more I look at nuance, every time I look at it, because I'm writing about him, so sometimes I forgot how it looks like, and then I'm putting this one, and I'm putting close to Draven. That is the other Bosu that I have. I look at them and say, "What? Wow!" So this is my Bosu. This is my real nice Bosu. Ah, so cool.
It is you and the Bosu flesh.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and you know what? There are two things that I explained last time. So there are three traits that are super important. The first one is the glasses, because glasses is something that it's across all the collection that I have. It's something I have it on my persona, I have it on my Bosu, I have it on some Brozo. And the hat, that is a bucket hat, is coming from my first bucket hat that I bought it. So my first PFP that I bought it had a bucket hat. So for me, it's like keeping these things like and connecting the dots, and then oh my God, it's really vividly funny.
You're consistent.
He has a shirt. Yeah, he has a shirt. So, and you know what? When you're trying to play with AI in the beginning, those straps that he has in here, they will always be mistaken as a backpack. That's why Nu at a certain point became one that it's already going out with a backpack, a blue backpack with a lot of stuff inside that is like all this. So who knows? Maybe his suitcase is a blue backpack. Oh.
Okay. I have a good friend on here. He is also a Bosu, but he is also obsessed with finding the right PFP that matches his persona. And he typically tries to find one that looks almost exactly like him. And he's been pretty successful at doing so. What's the collection I'm thinking of that's not D-Gods, not D-Gods, but what's the one after the secondary collection from D-Gods? Utes. Yeah. So he was trying to find one that matched him perfectly. Same thing in other collections previously. He just recently picked up a penguin, or a little anyway. Of course, that didn't look like him, but he tried his best to find something that was similar.
I mean, you can find traits that more or less resonate with you, and you can find yourself. I believe I find this wizard so compelling I couldn't change it. I think I swapped that once for my no ID, but now I'm back to the wizard. That's who I am.
That's who you are. Yeah. Do you have are you a legacy, Roli?
Yeah, yes, I have a legacy.
Would you guys? So I'll ask this question to both of you. Would you ever PFP your legacy?
I did that. So just because the people that doesn't know that, or probably doesn't remember that. So my Ochi account, the E Paz -29 was suspended, still suspend them, still receiving. It's so funny. I'm receiving every time I do an appeal, I'm receiving an email that says, "Oh, your account is unsuspended now," and then it's like, what?
Not really.
Yeah. Not really. But okay, I just give it for lost. And basically, when I move in there, because I was waiting and say like, oh, maybe 1 week, then I don't know, a couple of weeks is passing by. I didn't want to inflate this account that is the Trojan Wars that I'm using, coming from a project with my PFP. And then I used what? I used the legacy. So the legacy was my face on this account before I switched back to my persona. And the problem at the time was that as soon as I switched back to the persona, people say, "Oh, it's E Paz. Okay, oh, it's him." I say, "Yeah, that's my PFP, but that's my face." "Yeah, but we don't know you. We know your PFP." I was like, "Okay, guys, you need." And by the way, I had a conversation with Felix, with Greenity the other day, and we were discussing about this, because the problem that we are feeling right now, as being both with persona and having a recognizable PFP, is the fact that we somehow envy the people that are putting their face on. It's like, I don't know, Leon, Marianne, all these people, they're just putting their face. And it's super easy, because now they have the face. But the thing is that if I'm putting my face, people say, "Who's this guy?" It's not. They want to see my persona with the purple things, with the things, and then with my beans in here. So for them, that's me. But the legacy is my face. So
yes. I was only asking because I haven't gotten mine. I just recently put in for mine to be drawn, and so I'm looking forward to that with excitement. But I am actually thinking of, because I'm like you, I really want to now just use my face, but I thought that this might be the right way to do it. Since there is this mechanism, I'll just go ahead and do that.
I thought that as well, and I was planning to a certain point to move into the Bosu. With the Bosu ecosystem, and that was my idea. So the legacy was for me becoming a part of the OG, and that means because I'm so trustworthy about what is the future of this project, that I didn't say like, just readjusted priority and stuff. And at a certain point, I was able just to get this one, and I was so lucky that I get a gold one. And I was like, wow. So it's like, oh my God. It's not even one of the, how can I say, the most rare, but it's a freaking gold one. And so super cool. So absolutely banger. I can wait to see that. And then we're going to all change it into our legacy. And you know what? And fuck it. That's it.
Let's do it. That's right.
Oh my God. I got tortured meantime. I get tortured meantime. I get a message. Oh no. Yeah, I know. I can't say nothing. I just saw some sneak peeks coming up for Final Bosu. Oh my God, it's so cool, guys. I'm so sorry I even mentioned
Nice.
I know. The team will share some offer soon. We have a Bosu sync up coming up this week.
This Thursday, yes.
So pumped.
Yes. So are they going to be? Do you know if they're going to be sharing these
I don't know
details that you were privy to?
Actually, I know nothing.
I see.
Okay, I might get the permission to share it on stream. Okay,
very good.
I might be able to share it on stream. I will circle back to this in a second. So.
I love that. If it works for us, we always like just spend hours talking about. Look, I have this thing. This is an outfile. This is like a piece of an eye. It's like also, that's like a piece of scar. It's okay. Yeah, you see this one. It's coming live. Yeah. We can talk hours for that.
So I like to answer Spaceman's question about the legacy.
Sure.
So I feel this wizard so connected to me, and I'm so close to this character. I'm not sure I would be able to change it to another PFP. I was thinking about it a lot. So for years, I'm very, very connected to a PFP I'm using. I had it for almost 4 years. What I had before. That's a good friend of mine, Corivan Liu. He's a Miami-based artist. made the PFP. So that I was holding that for almost 4 years, and now I have really big plans with my Bosu collections. From most of you know, I'm working in a book, and this character will be one of I wouldn't say a main character, but it's a part of the whole system, what we are building out, and the whole world and the whole universe. Not as a main character, but I would say as an archetype.
We can say that they are not NPCs.
Not NPCs. Yes, they won't be NPCs.
They're not the background shadowy thing. They got some characters. They do stuff.
They will be here to inspire you as players, because that's my dream from the first day I came across the project, to have players or player character or anyone with imagination to step into the world and be able to discover it. That was my dream from the first day, and I pitched this to the team. I think they were very online with the idea, and I saw that Kevin was very pumped. And especially, we got so much feedback from Instagram, from regular animal lovers. Well, that's not a good word to say, regular animal lovers, because that's just us people who love art and love
anime fans
from the community. Yeah. So there's more and more people could imagine Final Bosu as a role-playing game. So I think we are on the right path. When it's ready, we will share some alpha.
That's exciting.
That's I'm not rushing anything. Just when it's ready, it's ready.
Yeah. So I will say, don't rush anything, no, but also don't wait until it's perfect. So there is some wisdom in releasing what's good enough and giving yourself room to iterate. Because none of us are perfect, right? And we're in a constant state of improvement. I won't say growth, because that's a Bosu term, but we're in a constant, steady state of improvement. And
we are on our path. We don't say growth, but we are on our path. So.
That's right. We are on our path.
we are referencing too much, but okay.
But I did want to say, though, with regards to PFP, I got into NFTs just before I think it was just before the Azuki Mint, and when I came into the space, and the maybe 18 months after that, NFTs were on such a high, right? And making an NFT or PFP was just what you had to do, because your PFP represented status. It represented, right, kind of an identity, but more community. It wasn't really identity. It was more community. Even though you picked one that may look like you, it was, who am I associated with? Which is fine.
Do you agree, Spaceman, that it's more towards something like belonging? So the problem is that whenever you pick up one, for example, you mentioned the Utes. I wanted a Ute so badly. And then at a certain point, when I saw that all the gods drama happened, I was like, they were sinking down. Right. Oh, maybe I got a soul. I can get it a soul. Then I was looking at them and I was like, you know what? But if I need to, I don't know, $150 or something, I buy another Bosu. Sorry.
No, but you're making my point for me, though, because at the end of the day, we can belong while still maintaining our identity. We don't need a PFP to tell people that we belong to a certain community. They can tell by our activity. They can tell by how engaged we are online. And so I was saying that when I got into the space back then, I always knew that I did want to eventually have my face as my PFP, like the rest of crypto. I think it's like 93%, of Twitter, because crypto Twitter is really only about, as they say, about 6 to 8% of Twitter,
tiny.
Of X, right? Which is huge, right? But I think also did I just cut out because my computer went to sleep?
No, you good. You're here.
I'm good. Okay. So as I logged in here, also, oh man, I lost my thought. It was a strong thought too.
So you wanted to show your face as a PFP.
Well, what I was going to say is crypto Twitter is only 6 to 8% of Twitter, it's of X, but it's also probably the most engaged of all of Twitter as far as activity is concerned. According to the research that I did, it's a special corner of X, if you will. So I always knew that I wanted to to be my own persona, be my own self, related to all these other projects. So that's why I think I started to do a short video series of just kind of me in the car talking about my thoughts a few months ago. It didn't really stick because I couldn't get in the rhythm of it. I may do it again sometime, but these faces right here on the screen, that's us, right?
But I feel you about that. So for example, when my account was suspended, the first things that I thought is like, oh my God, I was that close to dox myself. Now everything is fucked up. My account is lost, whatever. And then I thought, you know what? It's the right time for doing that. So I created a video in which I was doxing myself. And I still remember there is me holding my iPad with my PFP, and then I was looking at take it off. There is my face. As let's take it from here. And it was really funny.
Big reveal.
That's me. That's E Paz. That's how I'm talking. That's what I want to build. And I actually, if I look at the video that now, still today, I said exactly what I wanted to build. And now that I'm building this, now that I'm creating this, that I'm hosting spaces, that I'm, how can I say, reference for communities, because the people see me as a reference from the community, because I'm a community member. It's not that I'm coming from the team, but right. I was doing the things that I believe the community wanted to engage with and giving them a space and a time, because I believe that that's the moment in which, like, we are three now, like, celebrating about all these things, and we're talking about everything, because that's the beauty also of streaming. But the thing is that exactly, I just realized that, oh my God, you do this, and then started, okay, now I need to go to the video. And I was doing this video in the morning. Hi guys, GM, how's it going? Whatever. So I gotta do this, and this. And then at a certain point, this thing is just lowered down for the simple reason that I realized that that's not the content that I want to put out, because I'm a voice, and my base is stories. My if you can condense everything into one word, is stories. That's the thing. That's nothing more. So I can tell stories, I can record stories, I can videotape stories, I can, I don't know, whatever. But that's the thing. So I was thinking, like, now I don't feel like I'm doing. Also, the GM. I was a big fan of GM. I made a collection of poetry that is called 100 GM, and then nowadays, like, I don't doing GM. I'm getting more followers now that I don't do. That I'm not GMing. That all the freaking 2 years and a half that I was GMing every day to 17,000 people, and now I'm getting like 20 people a day that are following me just because they hear me. So I was like, okay, so. So I just move away. I will go back into the video content, because I think that the video content has a powerful side. The problem is that there is a lot of this virality that is going right now. So you see all this content that everybody want to create something to pop up. It's like, I'm gonna get 1,000 view or 2,000 view, because I'm getting all this traction, and they believe that the traction is about what they are talking about. Instead, for me, it's the fact that when I'm looking at something, it doesn't matter if it's a funny daily things or if it's someone that is, I don't know, making some jokes about how people is acting on spaces. It doesn't really matter. The thing is that I'm connecting with these people. So if I see, for example, Roli doing something funny, and I know Roli is, like, for example, a serious person like this, like, I think it seems a bit weird. If Greeny is doing that, is like with the faces, the Friday that is making the pictures of the Friday GM, that is always like a weird face. I don't see that's very distant. And surprise me when he's doing, like, for example, some serious content, like, about these things or these NVIDIA things. That doesn't mean that it's out of place. He's testing his audience and see what is rebounding, and that's what you mentioned. I'm testing thing, and I don't give a shit, because it's like I was putting poetry outside for 2 years. Nobody give it a shit. Then I start opening spaces, and And then the people say, "Oh, E Paz, you have a very nice voice. Oh, you have a lyrical weapon." I was like, "Seriously,
lyrical weapon."
E Paz ASMR OnlyFans loading.
40 years. I'm turning 50 at the end of the week. It's 40 years that I'm doing that. So I'm not surprised that, it's like a training. Yeah, it's not that I just overnight I became a nice host with an FM radio kind of voice. No, man. But the thing is that I tried that, didn't work it out. I tried that, didn't work it out, tried that. And for me, the persona vibe check is how it works it out. So we decided to make this space because we want to have a community space. And this is the way it's like people, we think this, we do that. As guys, can we do this in the FAFO way? We fuck around and we find out if it's working, it's working. And the thing is that after sometimes we just discovered that the things that was working in there was the fact that we were talking about the community. We were focusing on the community. And because the community of persona is completely different from the Final Bosu community, or is different from Azuki community, is different from, I don't know, the gods, youths, or whatever, the chimpers, it's completely different. We found that tweaking, step by step, we found out that the most interesting part of having a space with them was that we focus on one person, we invite them on the stage, and then we talk about their journey. Because that's the way in which the people can know that. And I did the stupid things, 2 things that are super funny. The first one, if you get interviewed, the next time on any of the next spaces that are coming, you can come up and ask a question to the one that is getting interviewed. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that at the end of the interview, I shooting like 20, 40 questions randomly. They are called the gun to head question, in which you don't have to find. There is no right question, right answer. There is nothing. So it's just things to pick you up. And because I'm working towards tailored things exactly for you. So if Spaceman is coming into the space, I'm working around your journey, the things that you're putting out and whatever. So the questions that are coming to gun to the head are tailored on you. So that's why the people are feeling like, oh my God, this is E Paz. How did you find out these things? I didn't find out. It's just that it's built exactly for you. So just to say that, we find out if you are putting the output there. Otherwise, it's all freaking in your brain that is boiling in here. I'm thinking about the story that I want to write about this guy that is having this background. Guys, do it. It's shitty. People are gonna come to you and say like, E Paz, I love you very much, but your story is shit. I'm sorry. This thing doesn't work. This is not interesting. Can you change it? Thank you for telling me.
Thank you for feedback, right?
Thank you for your feedback. That's how it works. That's how we can move forward. Just circling back to a PFP, Spaceman, you have your artwork already in the making, or what's happening with your legacy?
Yes, I do have my artwork in the making. I did put my fee down. I did submit my photo. So I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm not gonna rush. I'm just glad to know that it's in progress, and I'm ready for when it gets released. I think I put mine in though at the same time as some others, so it might take some time.
Oh, I see. And mine, I might have my son's picture on my legacy. That's my thought. I need to.
Also, you haven't submitted yours yet.
No, I have to have his permission. I think he's too much in love with his actual Bosu, and I'm not sure.
How old is he?
9.
9. Oh, that's wonderful.
Now we want to see the Bosu. Which Bosu?
You want to see the Bosu? Do you want to see the alpha first? Well, I might able to share something.
Open to it. Sure.
All right. Let's just put it this way. I have no actual information. Nothing is official. What I'm going to add to these images. I have 2 images to share, but I bet this is somehow connected to the collector's profile.
He said the 2 sacred words, collector's profile.
All right.
Okay.
This is the menu with with all the IDs. So you have Kodaka.
Yeah.
Kaijun. Who is this? I have no idea.
I think that one is called. Oh no, that's not. That's
Is someone called Kazagami? I have no idea who they are.
I don't know. I think that someone mentioned in a story about these guys living outside.
Well, I thought they were outsiders. Totally.
The best kind of outsiders.
Yeah. How do you feel, Spaceman, between two Kodakas?
I am very secure in myself being a Kazagami. I'm building a family of Kazagami. We will be outsiders until we die.
We have the no ID as well. That's cool.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Okay, and the next image. Okay.
Oh.
So that should be when you have your ID, it should be a tier system implemented in your ID. So you have maybe tier 1 to 10 or tier 1 to 5 or 1 to 4, who knows? And you have your IDs presented here. So I love this image already. Is so much. Can't wait for the Thursday sync up to learn more about these. So
that's wonderful.
I mean, little things like this just give so much energy to make me create even more.
What do you want to see in the collector's profile?
I want to see like special weapons. I'm really into the weapons. I love katanas, and I like to see the backpacks as well, the suitcases.
So full view of each of the suitcases.
It's not just a full view, but you have to be able to collect like all of them. That's crazy because it's like 30 or 40 suitcases all together.
I see what you're saying now. Yes. So collecting of certain traits or all of the traits, but some way to do that. Maybe offer a badge based on how many traits you collect.
So since I learned the collector's profile is coming, I have the itch to start collecting certain traits. I know others are doing this already, but I wanted to collect the black weapons, all of them. I don't have too many, and let me show you my son's PFP. Just
while you're pulling that up, I think it's really interesting how varied. I think it's telling, I should just say, how varied people's desires are. Some people really want the shiny ones and others want the dark ones. Some only want females and others want male. But everybody is different.
Oli's waifu collection, for example.
That's a great example.
Amazing.
In the Cinca, only waifu. The one old waifus. Okay, when they pull out these things that I think Zen got, this one with the mask that he swapped with another one, and that's also the thing is, that's a very, I would say, a very solid trait, a very particular one. When I saw it, I was thinking, okay, now that's an antagonist. That's a Kaze, a really nice one that can be a friend of these. I would call it a friend of Bambo, that it's the protagonist of the Damnal Tech. But the thing is that when I saw that, and I said, I swap it with this. I prefer this one. And then I was thinking, like, you see that is not about. It's like when we were talking about the Azuki, when we were talking with Jidro about the fact that if a collection start to trade, sell, and move traits that are not relevant in rarity, but they are freaking cool, that's where you see that it's an LT collection, because it means that the collectors are collecting the one that they like it, and they don't give a damn about, this is a number 432. It's like, you know what? It doesn't really matter.
Honestly, I didn't check none of them for rarity when I bought them. And most likely
Same.
I wouldn't swap my wizard for a final boss. That's
You would not.
Is really silly to say something like this
financially.
Well, no. Okay, that's a tough things to say. Actually, well, I will say that I will not swap that with one of the final Bosu. Only with one.
This Kazagami.
Only with one. And you know which one. Only with one. And
the lady
only
one.
That one.
The lady final boss.
No. It's only one. For me, there's only one final boss. It is the one that is in the pamphlet, in the express train. That's the final boss. And then for me, that's the only things in which someone is coming and say, "Oh, give us nuance." Yeah, I give you nuance to Draven. I will give you both of them. Take it. Give me the Bosu. Give me the Bosu.
That was an easy trade.
Yeah, easy trades. Whatever you wanted, what you wanted. I can give you my legacy. Yeah, get the legacy. Give me the Bosu.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think that the pamphlet Bosu final boss was actually the number one final boss, was he? It was a different
it's not. It's not. It's not the first one, and that's also the fine thing, because I also see, for example, I really like the one with the fire, with the one eyes that reminds me like the antagonist of Gundam. That it's also this kind of mecha with one eye, and it's really nice. The other one with the skeleton is really nice, but if you look at them, it's like I don't know. I want the round face. I want the four hands and the core. I want my wrist pad. It's like that's maybe I can think about it. Other than that, not that sure. Not that sure. I'm sorry. You see,
this is the Bosu Spaceman.
Yeah, your son.
Maybe,
okay.
Yeah, my son. That was his original one. Maybe he looks familiar because I'm not sure if you can share that, but if something is in the making.
He's one of those that are in the.
He is the main character on the thing that Pixlet is making. I'm not sure if I can share it.
Okay.
I'm not.
We know what we are talking about because we're.
Yes.
I can't share too much off on one stream, so I will leave it to Pixlet to share it. But that's amazing. So that was originally he is a Kazagami, but recently he just want to change it for this guy. Because he's got exactly the same hairstyle than my son.
I think
it's a younger looking one. Yeah.
It's like but it's a really nice smile. I like that. And the second one that I wanted to have in my mind, it's the green. That is the one that I have with nuance. But actually there was a hero smile. I don't know if you can see that somewhere.
That hero smile.
I
had one that was like that.
With the hair that are covering the eyes.
But this is the hero smile.
Mesh kind of thing.
So I used to own that one in the top left right there, the red. I used to own him.
This one?
That guy, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, just this floor is crazy. I mean, right now I could pick at least 5 from the first 2 rows. This guy,
I could easily do that.
That one, this one, the right one to the one that you are having.
Here?
No, down and left, close to the green one on the right side. There is
yeah, right to the next to the right of the green one.
Oh, yeah. Right to the green one.
Up.
The green background.
Yes.
Oh, green background.
That's Kazagami. Yes. Yeah, if you click on that one, and then you click on the trait of the hair. Because that's also the funny thing, it's like the collection is so cool because the same trait has different kind of aspects. And then if you can see that,
these actually maybe OpenSea
is that one listed?
Yeah, this is listed actually.
Oh, I might pick up that guy.
Who knows if you could?
Who knows?
I was looking exactly for a Kazaga, but you see that? Okay, if you see that, there should be one Kachukan that I don't even know if it's I don't know if it's a general, because I remember there was like
general, really?
ones. Yes, there was one and has the hero smile, and it's so freaking cool, really freaking cool. Oh yes, the red one also is really nice because I like.
This is nice, yeah.
Yes, because he has the bird and has the smile, the alpha smile. This one, I could have had that one instead of nuance because I was in discussion with someone to buy that, and
so many unique bosses, and this, I mean, so many traits.
Just thinking about Roli, your son's Bosu, the second one. It was interesting because it's a Kachikon, right? Because of the
yes,
the uniform. But what's interesting to me is so they're they're soldiers, or they're kind of the force, but he also has a katana, which is typical of kind of the anti-force, right? We don't think of ninjas as being an organized force. They're more of a solo assassin, if you will. So that, I think that juxtaposition of the two, the katana as well as the uniform, is beautifully done.
That's very well goes together. You're right, but in my eyes, the katana is not necessarily a ninja weapon. In my eyes, that could be like a high rank military weapon for like special forces in Kaijuken.
I can see that.
That could be it.
I never thought about that. Special forces in Kaijuken. Very good.
Very well when Kevin mentioned these things about the this kind of general, and then we're always thinking about the general because we have in mind the admiral of One Piece, or for example, we have the general from, I don't know, Full Metal Alchemist or the Attack on Titan. So we have this figure that are like super high rank, but actually that when you are close, some of them when you are close to the Bosu, like for example in Attack on Titan, also if they are like super high ranking, it doesn't matter because the Titan is gonna eat you in seconds. So it doesn't really makes you strong. While on the other side, for example, if you are an admiral or a vice admiral on One Piece, you still have some relevance that it's a bit stronger because it's still somehow the hierarchy is more clear. I think, and that's also one of the discussion that I had with June Bolt when all these Kazegami things was going on the timeline, and then we started to do our Kodaka thing, and then I wrote something about the Kodaka because the Kodaka is not controlling things. And then June posted the wiki file saying, yeah, but you see that they are doing the Kodaka thing. The Kodaka are the one in control. I said, yeah, that's why we don't need to chase control. We are in control. That's the different thing, We don't need to. We are not control freaks, so we are in control. So we are the nerve texture that is behind the thing. That doesn't mean that it's good or bad, because it would be like freaking assholes Kodaka, and there will be, and for me, for example, the meeting that they have with Zenji and with Bambo in the outpost is a typical things. And what I'm writing, that is the second part of this one, that is going to be also maybe next time, Roli, we can give a glimpse of the 3 chapter. But the thing is that it's always like this. I'm thinking like they are friends. So for example, Jean, when they meet with Bambo say, oh, you're my friend. So Jean is not a Kodaka. Jean is a citizen. But then we will discover that it's a bit more complicated story. But he's a citizen, and he's a friend of a Kazegami, because that Kazegami became a Mujin and was kicked out by his family and was sent out through a Kodaka train into the outpost. It's like, get to go with the Kazegami. So you're not a piece of our family, so we don't give a shit. You don't remember anything. Your memories are not there. So get with the Kazegami. They're gonna take care of you. And these things was done through a citizen that hire a Kodaka service for doing that. That's why Bambo is a Kazegami and he hate fucking Kodaka, because come on, they brought you out there. Like, come on, seriously. But if we think about it, it's like they're bad, they're good, who knows? But the beauty of the stories is that in between all these faction and this kind of positioning that you should have for your story, for your personal history, for whatever, there are relationships between people. And then Gene is there. It's like, come on, Bamboo, you're my friend. So I bring you some meat or whatever. It's like, yeah. And then they see they're beating down nuance. It's like, what the fuck is going on? But that's my friend too. It's like, yeah, but it's a Kodak. Come on.
I mean, this is the transition between the IDs that happens when you reborn. You never know where you're gonna get, because you can lose your memories. You can
get some peace.
Yeah, I have a memory as well.
Well, you can. Who knows?
I have champion.
Oh, look at this!
Oh God, it's so good. It's so freaking good. I love it. That's and you saw that he has already also this kind of detail on the bottom right that has the same details that is on the other Bosu, the one with the fire.
This actually, this Bosu is the most recognizable.
Yes, agreed.
Most recognizable, I would say. Like he is equal with the brand. Like, yeah. You are right, E Paz, but I still wouldn't give my wizard. So I would keep my wizard.
That's dedication.
I would just I can't. Kev just shared this moment, and that's true. When I remember before, actually, E Paz is frozen. No, he's coming.
Oh
back.
no. Okay. Oh, he dropped and come back. Yeah.
Before the reveal, were you around Spaceman? When did you join Final Bosu? You were here before the mint, or
yes?
So you're here way longer than me.
Yeah. I was here probably since December or so.
In December, I think I learned about Final Bosu in December in Miami. I heard first time about the project, and after I came across in Zeneka's space, or maybe on the Discord, and he was talking about Final Bosu, and I said, no, I need to look into that. So I wasn't lucky. I couldn't get into the whitelist, and I went to a public. I was so nervous just to try to click to mint one.
But so you got off secondary then. Your first one off secondary.
I minted one.
You did.
I did minted one, and for some reason I couldn't mint the second one. Maybe it was sold out already. I'm not sure. I picked my second one from secondary. And I was holding 2 for the reveal, and if I'm correct, my revealed on the 3rd day. So
that's right. They did multiple day release. That's right. The reveals.
So I was hoping to get the final boss. So I was just like
that was quite a process, though. That was really fun.
It was super fun. If you were holding till the last day, if you were lucky enough to have till the last day, E Paz is back, and then you had a chance to have the final boss.
Right. Oh, the anticipation was so good.
Oh, you're talking about the levels,
the reveal,
the reveals.
The reveal, yeah, that was super fun.
On the second day, I was so pissed off and disappointed. I was like, oh my god, no way! I was sure I'm gonna get a Bosu, at least I'm gonna get a Tensei or whatever. No, I get like a samurai with cyber lock. That's people told me, it's like, this is yours. Oh, that's a floor one. I was like, oh, come on, seriously? Thank you very much.
You say that. That's so
you know what I did? I just create an entire story around that character, so you cannot say that is a floor anymore. It's like the antagonist of my story. So now
that's right.
I can put it through 3E, and so if you really want it,
before the reveal, that's how they. Okay, I can't remember. They were like that. Awesome.
Yeah. I really like the suitcase of.
Crazy. So my goal was Spaceman to have 3, maybe 4 Final Bosus. That was my goal.
Yeah,
that was my goal.
Slightly
shoot over that. So I have almost 40 now.
That's wonderful.
And I like to trade them. I like to trade. I mean, I didn't trade a lot, but I like it. Like to get a trade for myself. I always offer something more valuable in my eyes. So that's not necessarily more valuable, but in my eyes, that's all my bosses are valuable. I can't sell most of them. But
that's the problem. You just acquired them. You know,
I'm holding
just
them.
Acquired them.
So as I said, I like katanas. I think I have about 10 katanas.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So I love these ones, the tech katanas, and the super katanas, and every katanas.
Well, do you have every kind?
I should. Yeah, I have wind. Yes, I do.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm start collecting the black weapons now.
You find a new goal.
Yeah, the black weapons next, and when I got the black weapons, I can start the suitcases.
You've got a plan. Whoa, at least it's good to have a plan.
Don't tell this to my wife, please. Please.
That's coming out of the discretionary fund, right?
No, you know what? That's also one of the things. Well, at a certain point, I just needed to decide it, and that's where I decided to go into the legacy. Because for me, I love the collection. So, but I will never be able to afford, like, for example, really a Final Bosu. I don't have 11 ETH or something like this. And probably I think that if I have 11 ETH, I'm gonna take all the floor. You know, it's like I'm gonna take 40 of them. I will not get one Final Bosu probably because it's more choice. You know, there is a lot of things and. But at a certain point, I just make this decision, and then to coming back and circling back to what you were saying before, you know, especially because now you are in that moment in which you send the pictures, and then you are expecting something because you send the picture. Yeah. But when it's coming back, and I can tell you because that was what happens when I saw my face in there, because that's my face. You can recognize that it's my face, but it's also Mustayaki style.
Yeah,
and so there's something strange. And that's where I just realized that my choice to point all of that in that is because whatever happens, if this becoming the biggest franchising ever, or if it's becoming is nuked, that is never can happen. But if it's nuked and go to zero, I can take that NFTs, making one of this poster with my face, and I have a signature of the artist of the project. And that's so freaking cool that is going to be theirs. And that's also means that is my face forever on blockchain.
And that's the very least that you're right. That's at the very least you have that. So even if nothing of any of these ever pan out, that's still a very wonderful thing to have. But that's not the only thing that you'll have taken away from it too, is you will have built the community. So when you were talking about if I had 11 ETH, and this might be a great segue here. If I had 11 ETH, I don't think I would spend it all. I think I would pull an Adam Weitzman. I think I would try to find some way to involve community in order to grow it somehow. Because I think that's we're all going to walk away from this time in our lives, yes, with memories of pretty pictures, but even more so, and what's more stronger to me is a community of people that had fun together, that vibed together, that argued together, that appreciated things together. That's the real value of this space, and I truly believe that.
I agree.
Absolutely, I agree with you. But also, don't forget, with Final Bosu, you also have a chance to own a character. So when you said we will walk about with pretty pictures, but also you will walk about with most likely living, breathing characters in the anime universe. If you decide to create as a community member, you create something with your IP or with your character, you are free to do that. So maybe that's something is a memory, what you remember and the friends made along the way, or you have something what you can remember for life because you created and come back to it, or maybe keep working around in the next 20, 30 years.
That would be great. I think that's so. We mentioned something because I think Spaceman says something that is very important. So if we are circling around to all the things that are happening right now in Final Bosu, it is getting somehow a bit more, I would say, a bit more traction, a bit more visibility. But the thing is that this is more traction and visibility for the people that were just denigrating and they were like not paying attention. Because for us, we always been here. So it's like the three of us here talking about how freaking cool it's going to be and all the alpha and whatever. We've always been here. Also when there was nobody having a space, when there was not a community space, when I didn't brought anything. People was not, I'm thinking about writing a story. Yes, okay. Nobody was doing anything. But we were already there. So for me, there is not a big difference in there. Where is the big difference? The big difference is that you mentioned 3 points that for me are crucial. So the first one is the people. Because what the three brothers and especially Kevin was saying is exactly that. This is a dream that we have, but we don't want to do that alone. So we need all these people, because the bigger the dream, the wider is the environment, the bigger is the things that we can create. Okay, that's one thing. So you need a community of people that is engaged and loving these things. And you have, I will say, a partially very strong core community that is trying to do his best, everyone with his own ideas and with his own perks and things. So, but the thing is that we are there. So it's going to explode. Probably yes. It's going to be huge. Probably yes. It's going to be massive, so massive that a certain point of people is going to look at the three of us by the street and stop because, oh, you are fine. Oh, you build these things in Final Bosu. Oh, I saw you doing this. Oh, you were the guy of the graphics. And probably yes. And if it is happening, fine. But if it doesn't happening, we're going to be in NFTs Paris or, I don't know, in Dubai, meeting ourselves, drinking whatever is a calm, cold tea, talking about, well, Roli, how many you have right now? 85. What the fuck? What have you done in this time? Yeah, I need to do the things and whatever. Oh, E Paz, you buy this one? Yes, I bought my Bosu. What? You just spend 11 eat? Yes, I did. No, it was cheap. I paid only 7 eat. And that's the kind of things that all these things is going to stay forever. Because we have connected in a way in which we want to be part of this. And I'm coming back to what I was saying in the beginning, is the belonging. It's not just, that I'm taking a piece of a figurine and now I am a part of this ecosystem. Because that's also was for a lot of OGs, for example, the gods and stuff, a lot of this, the apes, all these things is like, oh, this is like a sensational things. Now I'm part of these things. And now I represent a status. But when the community is not there and you are building from scratch, you are the one that is putting the base for what these things could be. Then in the future, it's like, it was me, Spaceman, and Roli on a 3 people streaming on a Tuesday night at 10, and talking about how cool it is. And now look at like 20 freaking thousand people, everybody that want to buy a character that there's no Bosu available anymore. It's like,
right. Yes.
But that's the thing. So that's one thing. The second thing is the story. And I really love the idea that at a certain point, they just move, going back into what is the important thing. They need to tell us the story. They need to build the environment so we can build on that environment as well. So we have consistency. Because, for example, I did something like this, and then I'm going to show you these things when I'm going to read this piece. But the thing is that I create something, and they're really looking, this thing is not there in the world.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I was the one that the week before he had the meeting with Jeff, I was the one. He was sitting around when I was talking with Jack, making questions with Jeff, asking questions. Because I need to build the things, I need to know these things. And then he was sitting there. Then the next day he had another meeting. He didn't call me, and then he had a double amount of information. Now I'm back, and then like, what is information? I got some alpha. This is the.
It wasn't like this. That's just not. That's just not.
We didn't share. Brothers share always.
I didn't want to disturb you. Anytime, my doors are always open. You can join me and we can talk this through. I have about 10 pages notes to share with you.
Nice.
So
I will say this. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I had a call with Tronica, and it was really funny because he was saying, "No, man, because I'm building this, I want to do these things," and then when you know something more than the other one, you look at it, it's like, I'm sorry, this thing is not going to work. Why is it not going to work? Yeah, because people don't live like the regular people in here. They don't die. Yes, I know they go to the meteoroid. Yeah, but they don't grow up. So there's no kids. But I saw the old people and say, yeah, they're always printed like this. It's like these kind of things. And it's
so funny to say printed like that, but actually,
it's kind of true.
Actually, printed. But the thing is like, okay, so and he was like, E Paz, you know so much. I said, no, I don't know shit. I just know a little piece of things, and it seems that what we used to say in Italy is that in a land of blind people, the man with one eye is king. I have one eye, but Roli has a second eye.
No, I don't. No, I don't want to be. Don't paint me more than I am. So I know nothing.
Well, I think there should be a disclaimer though for anyone listening at home or listening this back on recording. These are all conversations as part of the Bosu Builder program, and anybody is free to join that. So you can join the Discord and request it. But if you are creative and you want to team up with a bunch of other builders, by all means join us. It's a good time.
I know. Thank you so much, Spaceman, for pointing this out. But also, I really want to give some flowers to Kev, because the energy what he brings to the space and the hands-on approach on the project. He's always around Discord, keeping an eye on X, and always ready to join in on important spaces or conversations. And he reacts. So that's, you see in the past, let's say 5 to 6 months, the core community is on Discord. You see how this community transformed to a more friendly and supporting environment than it was like early summer last year or late summer last year. So that wasn't an easy point. And now we are getting to a really strong 100 or 200 supporters showing up on Discord and X every day. And that's definitely Kev's doing that, because he is relentless. And if you just notice, because I do notice that he never said that like, oh, I believe we will be. No, he is certain about the Final Bosu's direction. He knows Final Bosu will be a massive success and built by 3 brothers, joined by, co-created by the community. But this is
1,000. Don't forget, it's like it's like 8,000, whatever. There is the 1,000, there is the 500 legacy, there is all the things that we don't know yet. Imagine only if you take any franchising or any manga or any anime in there, you don't have 8,000 characters in there. 8,000. You have hundreds, maybe 1,000. I would think like the Ninja War of Naruto. You can say like in the 17,101, you get like 17,000 people, but at the end there is not 8,000 characters. Sure. I would say 8,000 known NPC characters. So the rest is a bit like, there's always a bit of foggy kind of.
But also the rest is open for the other stories what the community wants to create. So you will be happy to create your stories that will live on the Final Bosu universe. I will be happy to do that, definitely. That would be an honor to get involved somehow in the canon. I wouldn't dream, but that would be like amazing.
But you know what is the idea of building something? So we are all in the builder programs, and that's also disclosing some information about the building programs. I'm not saying any alpha, but the thing is that in the builder programs, you have people that are trying to build things, and that means that while you are building anything from, I don't know, physical items to, I don't know, conceptual ideas to games, books, stories, whatever, at the end there is always the story. And the fact is that somehow, imagine Roli with his wizard, me with my nuance or with my antagonist, the spaceman with his Kasegami. So at a certain point, we will build a world around that thing. That could be something related to a physical item. So, for example, my nuance at the end is going to be like a fashion kind of brand, whatever, that is going to do it only, I don't know, Kodaka kind of style for tech people, cyber nerds. And then I'm going to do, like, at a certain point, he's that guy. And that guy, maybe, because when they are building the story and then we are creating the canon, the speakers said, oh, that guy looks good. Let's put it in. And then you think about it. If you see like an anime, and then you think about, I always make One Piece as an example, because I'm thinking that One Piece has the only canon that is full of fillers, because I'm thinking about Foxy. I'm thinking about some marginal characters in some very important arc that are coming back. You know, I'm thinking about Vivi. I'm thinking about characters that are passing by. So there is always a way in which, because we want to have our own story and writing our own story about our Bosus, at a certain point, we are become part, probably not of the canon history itself. So we are not going to be the friend of Letsugo, but there could be somewhere, somehow, that actually the people that's going to come and enter into the joint. And then we see Bull and Bear that are coming into the joint and talking with Old Mary. And I was like Old Mary is not even a character. It's not even a Bosu. It's an NPC. But, you know, it's like maybe he's part of that. Who knows?
Yeah. So, yeah, the Spaceman, I'm not sure if you were involved in this conversation before.
But now I'm spitting this. Who looks like the Old Marine? Sorry, but you know, my legacy. Well, we are the one that created the things, but well, who knows? But no, what I wanted to say is exactly this. We gonna go into this direction because we have a straightforward thinking that we want to build something and be part of something, and that's also coming to the belonging idea. It's not just that, oh, it's a nice community, it's nice people, we have fun. On a Tuesday afternoon, on a Tuesday evening, we're just having fun talking about our JPEG. Yes, mostly it's like this, but it's like it's the same with Pokemon. It's the same with I don't know PS games and whatever. But the thing is that we are having fun. But the thing is that we are also aware that there's something different going on. And there is a real possibility that these things exploding on a global level is going to become the massive, the biggest and massiver movement. Absolutely. Because imagine only this, because the against all odds narrative is so strong that compared to any manga that you have right now, and I'm not talking about my top 10, top 5 manga, super artistic, like, I don't know, Berserk, Gans, all these kind of things that for me, Samurai, like Vagabonds, all these kind of things that for me is super level RT, whatever. But the story is pretty often, the world itself is insane. No, it's not cool. It's insane. Because it's a place where the people don't die, and it's even worse than death. Because imagine getting wiped out and becoming a Mujin. And the other day we was talking about, imagine the Yakuza people that are recruiting Mujin to let them train for doing tasks, then extract the memory and sell memories to assassin and people. Like, so train how to shoot a gun or shoot a sniper tanks. Okay, done. Okay, give me the memory back. You go back to do the Mujin. You go training again. And then with this memory, I'm going to give this
you are living in the Matrix now, E Paz.
But that's
exactly happened.
You're stealing their fragments. I see what you're saying. Yeah. But I just want to reiterate something that you said, and also go back to what Roli was saying is, yes, the story can't be denied. So it's this world that's unfolding before our eyes is something that people want to see unfold, right? We want to see this all the way to the end. There's so many questions in our head collectively. What happens here? Why do they do that? What's going to happen after this? And that kind of anticipation is what brings people in. But I will tell you, and it goes go back to what Roli says, it's because of the face of Final Bosu, and that's Kev. His strength in being out in front of the camera. I guarantee you, the reason why the Instagram posts are blowing up is because he's showing his full face. It's not just some voice behind, right? It's because he is showing his face. He's being vulnerable and sharing with the world this dream that he and his brothers fashioned together. And it's his energy combined with the imagery and the story that we're reading about that is bringing people by the droves into this fandom now that's growing and growing and growing. So yes, I 100% give full credit to Kev, who's always been kind of like type A, this energy to all the spaces. He doesn't back away from conversations. He doesn't back away from crisis. I remember during Mint, he was active in Discord, actively, not fighting, but defending against the FUD that was going on in some of the conversations.
Yes,
actively engaging, but not in a negative way or not in a combative way. He was open to have discourse, which is what we should do, right? In online, if we can't be in front of each other, we at least need to be able to be open to the conversations with each other, and that means having an open mind, listening first, and then responding. Or I should say, listening with intent to understand, and not listen with intent to respond.
I like to add to this a couple of things. June Vault, he is in chat. He said, "So good to see you, Spaceman," on stream. I agree. Really good to see. And also he added to Kev, he's authentic. Yeah, and that's is a great strength. And also, what I wanted to add you when you said he didn't argue with anyone. That right. Also comes from the authentic belief in the project and the authentic belief of the success of the three brothers. He wouldn't make a false argument just for the sake of proving himself. He had open conversation where he gave space for everyone who wanted to oppose Final Bosu or wanted to oppose Kevin. And I think he's got the easiest job in the world. I'll tell you why. And actually, that's not true. But easy in one way, because I believe in him, and I believe what he is putting out there. I have a really good nose for bullshit. I'm sorry, I have to say that's really straight. And my spider senses are not tingling, so I'm so comfy, and I'm always will be comfy supporting them, because I believe of the success of Final Bosu, and I believe in Kevin will do everything in his strength to make this happen. And also, we can't see how many conversations he's got daily with collectors and other businesses, B2B, and many meetings, working for your backs, basically.
Yes. The one thing for me about Kevin, I'll let this part go here, is that he's not afraid to be wrong or be challenged, because at the end of the day, since this is fan powered, we all have a say, and he's open to what we have to say. So that's important. That's important as a founder who has a vision to have the world's largest or world's first global fan-powered anime franchise, right? Is that the tagline? that means something, right? But how does that look like in real life? That actually looks like people have a say into what happens within the project with guardrails, of course. And that's what you were talking about earlier, E Paz, about the story. We need the story to provide the guardrails around our creativity, and then just let it go. And so we don't have to have 8,888. I'm sorry, just let me finish this thought. We don't have to have 8,888 main characters, because we're going to have so many stories and offshoots of those stories and more offshoots of those stories. Who knew about Star Wars? What is that one? What is that one story? It's the Han Solo story. Solo. Rogue One. That's a perfect example.
Skeleton Crew. If you want even smaller,
we can go to the animated series, right? These are, we find main characters within those stories that are still part of canon because the creators allow it to be so, and invite it to be so, in fact. And I think that's the more important part, is they are inviting the creativity to align with their universe. And so that's definitely something to be excited about. I don't know how you cannot be.
I don't know. So
I'm excited.
I really don't know that. But actually, what you mentioned is also that I still remember when they came out, because the thing is that at a certain point, I think that there was like a bit of a discrepancy moment in which they were trying to wrap up things, because the mint was finished. They need to do some moving, and we have all these people that doing, we need to we do this, and we do that. I say yes. Oh, well, yes. I was like, okay, guys, if we do yes, we are screwed. So we're gonna do the things that we wanted. So, sorry, we made a mistake. And this is also something
that's right.
I saw this trait made by some of the best founder in the space, and I'm mentioning Kevin and the brothers in here. I'm mentioning the same persona, Spike, that they pivoted and changed it. So they say, this thing is not working, guys. So we need to survive, because this is still a company, still a project. So we want you to succeed, and we need to find also that probably we were going to a place that was not exactly where we were going. It's like we were doing a game, and actually the people wanted to have the story of the Time File Valley and something else. So they want to focus on the manga, and say, give us the freaking manga. The manga is always good. Manga is always good. It's like manga is always good. You cannot miss it. It's always good. So that's why it's always good. So when they say like, we're doing manga 2.0, 2.0, 2.7, 3.11, whatever, bring us these things like these white and black things with these faces, put the Let's Go face. Let's see. I want to see Endo's story. I'm so curious about Endo. It's so. But that's the thing. We can have a plan, and then the plan execution needs to change. And that's what it happens. And I think that at a certain point, they just realized that there was a lot of noise, because this was on paper super big. So a lot of people was, I'm here, I'm building here. What are you building? I don't know, but I'm building here. I'm here, I'm building. I have 17 Bosu. I'm building here. I was like, okay, but what is your idea? I don't know yet. I need to think about it. Maybe I'm going to do a manga. Maybe I'm going to do an anime. Okay, or... it's not that easy, actually. And do you have a story? Actually, there's always started like this. Do you have a story for that? No, I don't know, but I'm going to get someone to write it for that. So, okay. But that's the thing. They get some tough time. They get some restriction, which they needed to make silent through the noise and stop. And once they stop, suddenly the things coming to pop out, and they just follow it where the grow pad is. They were just doing like, it's like a light thing, and they get off the max tag line. They are into the they are there. So now they have to go, and that's the Final Bosu that they have it, and they're doing an incredible job. I think that, just don't want to reiterate the flowers to Kevin, but also to Jeff was super inaccessible, as the same as Mustayaki, because after the mint they were super blasted, whatever. He was so kind to have a call with me. He stayed with us like an hour, explaining, responding my question. That's mean that he wants to share, and he knows that he cannot share a lot. but he want to share because he's so as excited. And then also some of the comments, because okay, the Sleeping Lights works like this. I create 2, 3, 4 chapter, I put it out there, the community decide which one, then I readjust this one accordingly to the new information that I get every week. Because sometimes, oh damn it, so okay, now there are no keys. For fuck's sake. Okay, they choose the one with the keys. The keys are not the same one. I need to change with everything. That's some delay. But the thing is that then what I do, I just create these things, I correct it, and then I send it to Jeff for approval. And for approval, that's the thing. For approval is not just because I'm requesting his approval, if it's well written, if it's good or whatever. It's also consistency through the world and consistency to all the things. And sometimes he's giving me some feedback that makes me think like, okay, was well written. Okay, the pace was good, or the things. Because for me, this is correct. Talking with another storyteller and another lore creators, and for me, it's like that's the best feedback. I'm getting better, I hope, because I'm also in this back and forth that I didn't have before. And for me, I'm super grateful for that. So I didn't need, it's like
that's true. What Jeff and Wasiaki is doing in the background, the creation and the creative work and the stories, this require peace and quiet. Honestly, I totally understand the decision what they made. They have to work kind of separately from the team and focus on the creative work, because you can't have the noise and put down the stories what you would like to see on the world stage. So
I agree.
Yes, Jeff is always available if you have questions. That's also just coming back to what Spaceman said earlier. If you feel like creating for Final Bosu or creating with your characters, join the Builders program. Yeah, join the Builders program.
Yes, join.
And because you also not join only the team and all this feedback, as we mentioned, Kevin, Jeff, and Mustayaki, but you also get these kind of beautiful people in here, you see, and all these people has their own ideas, and they can keep you company for hours, giving you feedback, talking about things, and then discuss. And sometimes some of them have some alpha that you can extract really easily. I will say, right, Roli?
Not from me. Definitely. I'm not giving priority.
He's not taking the bait.
Doesn't work. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, that's my job as the host of the community space. I always, when Kevin is coming, when Jeff is coming, I always push them. It's like, can you please tell us something? And then he always like deliver a bit of a something new. And I think that this is also the nice balance between I cannot disclose anything right now, but I want to give you something before. And this is also something that, from a community perspective, because I'm host in different community and I'm part of different community. So the fact that he's coming and when he has time, also, I have a meeting in 20 minutes, but I'm delivering something. Last time you mentioned, he came to say something because someone was talking about Final Bosu. So he came up and they was like, okay, why are you talking about this? This is not true. And then the thing is that the people start to realizing that it's not a problem of defending a project. It's the problem that he's impersonating. He's the person behind that with the two brothers. He's the person that is behind that. So if someone of us get attacked on the timeline or get, like, for example, shooted by some stupid calls and whatever, they're coming massively in there. So why are you touching Spaceman? Who are you? This is our friend. Right. But it's not in the okay. I make it a bit of a gangster way. But the thing is that, what are you saying? And they dismantle any argument with the fact, because that's the thing. We heard the Bosu was not delivering. We heard the Bosu was not doing anything. And then when they come, it's like, we make 1 million view on a post. It's like, Oh yeah, those are 1 million views. It's 1 million view. Did you make 1 million view? No, you didn't. That's it. That's what, oh, so you have 700 followers. Yes, I'm making 700 impressions with 700 followers. But how much you have? 3,000? Are you doing 100 impressions? You know what? It's but okay, it's just to say that we are very lucky. They are doing this thing probably in the most efficient and more open way, building openly so people can see that, in the good, in the bad, with the hiccups, with the delay. And also we also when the laundry day came out, and then we saw the Final Bosu and the Kachokan passing by where the lady was doing laundry day, then we realized, holy shit, that thing is just a piece of poetry condensed in 7 seconds. That means that what the fuck have you to complain about the fact that they are working, guys? They are working. They made a 7 seconds masterpiece. Shut the fuck up. You know, it's like, it's easy. Wait. You have to wait, you know? Focus on building something for them. Focus on cherishing and taking care of the community, having wonderful evening in which we talk about these things. You know, and that's the things that we have to do.
I'm not. Oh, sorry, Spaceman. Just go.
Just a quick one. I think we also just need to kind of focus on gratitude, because let's take a quick look at where we are, where the team is still accessible. They're still in Discord, right? We're still in a creative process. We're still really in pre-production. I say we. The team is still in pre-production. There's going to come a time, don't you think? There is going to come a time where it's going to be so busy, we're not going to have this. So I think pausing for a bit and just being grateful for where we are right now as part of the process is really all that's needed. It sounds kind of blunt to just say, just be grateful. But I think that only sounds blunt for people who don't know how to be grateful. This is a great way to practice that skill, to be grateful for something that has been done for you, because that's what the team is for, right? And to just pause and say, thank you, Kev, thank you, Jeff, thank you, JJ. You guys are doing a great job, and some encouragement goes on.
You know, also, Spaceman, thank you to all the people that were there 2 years ago, for all the legacy holder that supported them, that they give them, you know, fuel and injection of energy and support for all the times that we weren't there. So that's why also
perfect.
What I mentioned is that I want to be part of that, because I wasn't there when it begins, and I will not take credit for there. But you know, I can say right now, from now on, from the date that I own that thing, I will be an OG and I will be there. Whatever's happened, if it's go to zero, if we're going to be super millionaires and we're going to have like a Netflix kind of thing. But that's the kind of thing. So please remember that all these people are human beings. They have family, they have kids, they have to pay bills. They have to, you know, it's like, come on, seriously, it's so focus on the good things and the good things.
They're human. We're all humans.
We have a so tangible and I would say insanely powerful lore and an IP that can become the next level. Not the D-gods, not the youth, something that you never even imagine how powerful it's going to be. And it doesn't even matter. All these discussions, oh, it's going to be too abstract. We need to go to Solana. We need to go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So the future is multi-chain. Don't give a shit about these things. The Pengu and the X-Point is going to be a place in which we will show in our phone with the things, and we don't even know which kind of blockchain is going to be anymore. It's going to be like, you know, we will. In 5 years, imagine how many freaking badge we're going to have. There are basically our entire history in our Bosu ecosystem.
That's true.
That could be, yeah, true. I like to add one thing. I agree with both of you, and the gratitude is very important. And just to realize our space, the speed, how the Web3 is moving, and how the blockchain projects are moving, we are on the lucky position where the founders are really accessible and with us every day. June had a comment on the chat, said Jeff and Mustiaki is maybe sometimes on Discord, but they're not very accessible. They are in the Build Desk program. Let's just put it this way. And that was the reason I think the team explained it really clearly. They have to focus on the story writing and the canon. And that wouldn't go along with the Discord active participation in my eyes. And I can't imagine how hard it was after the mint. Spaceman, you mentioned that was a time when it was immense amount of pressure on the team. Kaito, Scrooge, Cav, everyone was active, but that's the when floor price go up, when
this idea that
one eat.
And the anime was there. It was something that, okay, guys, that's also part of the problem. So the ecosystem, the environment is an environment that is an impatient environment, and they have, I will say, not reality check thoughts. That means that yes, we made a trailer. It was insane. It costed the entire 3 years that we were working before was for doing that. So imagine, you cannot expect that you mint it and then after 2 weeks there is an entire first season, guys. Come on, seriously.
It's just I'm really happy we are over this period. I'm actually super happy we are over, and I clearly see the signs. The building is just starting. Spaceman, you mentioned Adam Weissman, and I would love to see him in the community, because I believe he's that kind of collector who appreciates a good supporting community and be a part of this community. I mean, I'm not too long in crypto, and I've started in 2021 when the NFTs were starting, but it was quite a few big collectors on the space back then, and now pretty much we have Adam and maybe Gary V. I'm not sure Gary V is collecting much.
Imagine Gary V buying a freaking Bosu. Imagine that tomorrow he just decided, oh, I like this guy, I like and then he bought it, and then everybody's like, oh, look, price goes to 5 ETH.
That's good. That could be still, the bottleneck could be still abstract in this.
I know.
This case, that's a difficult thing, and also Gary V knows how much power that holds when he buys into a collection. So he is maybe buying things now what he already supported in the past, Word of Woman, Cool Cats, stuff like that. But he is focusing on VFriends right now. So
yes, but that's a
but Adam,
VFriends, yeah. Shout out.
Oh, you are VFriends as well.
I guess I'm part of the community. I'm not a holder, but I interact from time to time.
Oh, I traveled to Minneapolis to the first week when I was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was cool. I met Gary. Yeah, I met Gary, and that was a good weekend. So,
talk about a cult of personality. He's a very strong personality.
Yeah,
and I can remember Gary V when I was starting to listen to his kind of talk and whatever, and was, I will say, before 2020.
Mm-hmm.
He was starting to popping out. He didn't talk about NFTs. He was talking about, I remember always this gesture when he was like delivering things, and then he was the one that was very famous for cursing people. And then I thought, like, well, this is a punk guy. I like that, because sometimes you need to curse. Sometimes it's the faffle kind of thing. So I like that. And also because it was saying things that are absolutely true. And one of the most funny things that is happening on my LinkedIn or my X is when you see these things that during one of the last thing, and then he look at us like it's like a Deborah is asking when they need to buy, when they need to hire a manager, when they are doing like 1 million things. You already have to do it last year, idiot. I was like, and everybody is like, yeah, sure. You do. Are you doing millions? What are you waiting for? Or the other guys, what are you looking at other people at? Just focus on yourself, do your stuff, and then do your.
Correct.
When he said, do the reps. And that's something that I like, is like, do the reps every day. You wake up, you make a piece of content, you put it out there. So you spread it over 17 platforms, and then the next day you do it again. And you do these things for 1 month. And then after 1 month, a second month. And after six months, then you can start thinking that maybe what you tried didn't work it out.
That's right.
Like no, like the guy.
That's a great message.
Find the job. Cannot find the job. How many applications you made? Oh, 3 this week, 7 the other week. You need to apply 50 fucking job a day.
Right.
And then after 1,000 that you applied, it's like, they call it. Yes, I have 2 interviews. Did it go through? No. Okay. How many you did it? 1,000. Okay. Well, okay. You are looking for a job. The other guy is looking around, pretending. It's like, I really like the message, and probably because we are the same age, is also this kind of I can say
tough love,
syntony, or whatever. This anything which you think so, like I will say the same thing. It's like to these kiddos. I'm using kiddo a lot in my novel. I don't know why, but
it's a hook.
E Paz.
Yes.
When can we see the next chapter?
The question.
Okay. Yeah, the question.
Straight away.
Okay, so you can't see a lot. First of all, I wanted to show something to Spaceman because he saw it and he didn't like it. That's the problem, my friend. He didn't like it. So, that guy there said, no, let me first put it in there. No, it's funny because the thing is that you have no idea how many things I've did. Oh wow, how many things I wrote, and then I have to change because the things were not working.
Which happens. It happens during development.
That's when E Paz get the new setup. He's got multiple monitors out and screens here and there, many keyboards.
Okay.
Is it gonna work, E Paz? Oh, I can see.
Okay. I think you can see that. You can.
Should I edit that?
Put it somewhere there, because it's like okay, I wanted to show this thing because one of the things that people knows here, I'm not hiding anything, so everything that I'm writing about my story and the stuff, it's out there, so I'm not like hiding things, except that if you are part of the builder, some alpha before other people, but actually that's another story. So all these way to somehow create pieces of stories and chapters so the community can choose them become from my big love for the book game. So the ability that you are reading a book and then you are changing path, fighting things, doing things, anything that is something that is interacting. When they mention the manga 2.0, I was thinking exactly this kind of thing. So because I'm thinking, what is the maximalized aspect of manga, that is the art, so the panel, combined with the powerful idea of movement. So if you're thinking, when a manga is getting serialized and become an anime, the beauty of the anime is not about the story that is slightly different. It's the fact that we finally see those panels becomes to life. And usually they have different kind of colors, they have movement and stuff. So I was thinking, this thing was somehow in my past as a child. Before the advent of the anime into the Italian television, we had this small kind of first attempt to animate figure and pictures. I don't know if you remember. There was this kind of like figure that at a certain point they were having the normal human mouth that was talking.
Yes.
They were talking. Or, for example, you will see these things that I did it. It's something that was this kind of prehistorical kind of movement and animation that was not yet, for example, this kind of stuff, was not already Mickey Mouse, was not that cartoon kind of thing, but was this artisan kind of way to create movement, the planning. And so when I was thinking about that, I imagined, because my Sleeping Lies has a very dark and a very, I would say, manga kind of approach, but in a dark way. So very berserk, very, very Miura kind of style. And is also talking about problems and things that are hidden in the Kishima city. They are the lowest level, the hidden part. So the joint, completely hidden. The story of these people is people that is creating things for escaping, for this Gropa. They maybe are not that clear if they are with the system, if they are not. Also the guy is a Kodaka, but in last chapter he said, can I unleash my fury? And the Kodaka say, you do whatever you want it. And the guy is actually, I would say, quite powerful with freaking machines. So he got the code black on purple, so basically he can do whatever he wanted. So I have to create something that gives me that same kind of vibe. And despite the fact that you see now, I was thinking about a trike that was hovering over these. I have different version, but then now Roli told me that these kind of things probably don't exist in our world, but I did it anyway. So, and I just gonna, it's like a tensag. It's nothing crazy. And oh wow.
Oh. Maybe press on the height.
Oh,
it's working. It's going now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
E Paz is frozen. No.
Oh, of course he freezes right after he plays it. Oh no. Sadism. So quick, someone take a screenshot of him like that.
Yeah. Yes. We have this recorded, so that should be okay. I will remove from the screen. Oh, E Paz. I will remove him too. When he's back, he's back.
When he's back, he's back.
Spaceman, what are you working on? Because I know you have a story that your second chapter was out as well. Your second part. Are you planning to continue the story, or
I am. So what? I thought I was going to do it weekly, but number one, it's a lot of work. Number two, I wanted to align it with an acquisition of a Bosu. So that's also expensive. So
what Bosu are you looking for, which is expensive?
There wasn't no, it's not. I should say it will get expensive, if you continue to only write for ones that you acquire. So I may go back to the drawing board, not the drawing board, but the writing board, and not worry about picking up an NFT at this time, a digital collectible at this time, and just continue to write. I have a framework of it, but it's not finished by any stretch. But E Paz was actually talking about something that I was starting to develop, and that is a create your own adventure story in the Bosu universe. And it's very much like the create your own adventure books that were in the library when I was a kid. You'd open it up and it said turn to page 22 if you want to do this, and you'd turn and you just keep going back and forth. And it was just this fun interactive way before all this technology happened. And
Sword and Magic, that was the original.
Sword and Magic was the original one. Very, very fun.
I'm too old. I'm sorry.
No. I'm right there with you. I have this face, but I'm actually older than you think I am. So I wanted to recreate that excitement in a simple app and kind of make it almost vintage. And it's a matter of just setting guardrails, right? So I've been back and forth with Jeff on kind of tightening guardrails for the story, but I may just try to take creative license, see where I can take creative license, and just make something, just an MVP for now. Just make something that maybe has maybe 5 total. That's a lot, actually. 5 total forks, but 3 choices in each fork, which is a lot. I can't do the quick math, but that's a lot of stories that you have to tell, right? Or a lot of segments of stories that you have to tell. But just as a proof of concept, I think that would be a really cool exercise to get that started. So that's one of the things I'm working on. There's a few other things that I've worked on that are still kind of under wraps. Things that are related to the project, things that are not so related to the project, but fun things nonetheless. I'm really starting to vibe code a lot now with Claude Code, and it's I can't sleep. I just, not only that, I'm always like upping my tier in Claude, where I'm like, one of 2 things has to happen. Actually, both things need to happen. I need to stay in the, probably the lowest tier, and then just be patient enough to wait to continue to develop these things, because I'm really developing projects at a time. And but the thing is, if you're like me, I just won't stop until it's finished. And I know I had said earlier in the stream that don't wait till it's perfect, but I'm a perfectionist, so I am a hypocrite when I say don't wait till it's perfect. But so sometimes I end up doing that.
Still, that's the team's approach as well. Maybe I'm not sure if they say that ever, but I feel like when he's ready, he's ready.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's ready.
That's fair.
So it's not. Fair. You don't need to push yourself, because if you want something to be, if you're a perfectionist, you want something to be on the level you would be proud of when you look at or you see other people using it. So you don't want to compromise with yourself. Probably that's the biggest point. If you want the best.
I'll tell you that's true, but it's also true on 2 points. So it's not only that I want the end product to be perfect, but because I'm vibe coding, I'm also learning a lot on how to do it and how not to do it, right? And how to improve myself in the process. So the perfectionism is not only coming out in the end product, but in the process too. So I'm finding that perfecting the process results in faster perfection of the product. And that's I can't say anything more profound than that.
Well, nice. I can't wait to see more what you're working on.
It's pretty clear, and
I love the book. I love the book idea already. So that's amazing. I'm just thinking if I have any of these books here with me. But I'll be back in a second.
Oh no, we were just talking about the when you had cut out. We were just talking about how I was a fan because I'm not as young as I look. I was a fan of those old books in the library where it was a choose your own adventure, and you open it up and you get to page 5 or whatever, and it said turn to page 12. To go here, if you want to do this or that, right?
What is the wait? It's the
Roli said Sword and Magic was the first one, something like that.
I think it's like, oh my god, it's coming to my mind. Another name is the Lone Wolf. No, was the Lone Wolf?
See, I don't even remember the names. There were other books, like the Hardy Boys and like Encyclopedia Brown back then. Nancy, do you remember those books at the same time? So there was all those books, and then the Choose Your Own Adventure books also, which I just, my brain is too old now to remember the names of them.
Now you know that the Lone Wolf is now an app on Google Play.
Oh, is that right? I'm gonna have to look that up. The Lone Wolf.
But I will say the books were better done. But I think that, you know what? If you remember, what was the name of the game? One of Us, I think. No, One of Us. Game app. I think it's One of Us. I'm not sure. There was, these games that were made by from the same producer than the Walking Dead, but this Small Adventure on Mobile, the one with the kid. They made another one that was about, I think, fantasy characters, and basically the investigator was a wolf in this kind of fantasy kind of thing. It was the same kind of. That's the kind of traits that I love. This kind of that's exactly the kind of traits that I love for painting. And but absolutely, I feel you. So you were talking about this thing. So basically, we are on the same side. So it's.
Yes. So I light and dark, right? Is that Roli? Called Light and Dark was the first one. Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf. I think mine was Lone Wolf. Then I remember there was something with the vampire or with the zombies or something. They come out.
It's so fuzzy for me now, but yeah, it's getting me like. So, anyways, I was telling Roli that I started to make the app to do that, and you can go. You can go crazy with it. So I'm now thinking about paring it down so that we have fewer choices, but at least have the concept down.
That's also, I mean, we have three or four of those books. I think that my kids just took it to their room. My son loves it. So these days, I mean, back in my days, say that back in my days, you get to the page, you have the numbers, you made your choice, and you went to the page where it led you to. These days, the books are slightly different because you have the page, and you have the page on 3 or 4 different sections, and when you made your choice, you just move the section what was your choice, and you get to the page which is slightly different. So that's a different version.
Wow.
That's a level up,
right
compared to what I remembered. I like the original one.
I hate when you were churning these things, and then at a certain point you get your first round, and then you ended up like, for example, you are escaping from this dungeon. So you go to the left or to the right? Yes, go to the left. Right. And then you say, like, go to page 93. And it's like, you go to page 93, you fell off on spikes. I was like, okay. Yeah. Then you go to another side. And that's the freaking thing. Then you go to another side and say, going up. Okay, I'm going to scares or whatever. So you find the lion that is attacking you. Then you run away. You go back and go to the left or to the right. No, this time I go to the right. Okay, and then you go to page 93 again. How is that possible?
So you had to have a dice as well. I kind of remember you had to have a dice as well. So how would you imagine a Final Bosu dice?
That's the perfect color for it. It only has to be dark blue.
First of all, it's not a 6. No,
it's not 6.
We need to use.
It's got to be 20. It's got to be 20. Oh yeah.
So I have the whole set.
Give me the 20, and then
I'm getting the dice designed for Final Bosu dice set designed as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And if I can get the right. Yes.
Imagine having lo-fi and hi-fi. So imagine having technology and also relying on just old-fashioned rolling a die. Imagine a gameplay.
We can talk after Steam. I can't really talk.
Sure.
Okay, 2 things. So one thing is the lone wolf. The protagonist was called Oberon. That was the thing. It was called Oberon. And then there was too many others, big, I will say, like 6, 7 volume. One was at the court of King Arthur. That was ambient with the knights. And the second one was the ancient Greek. When there was the guy that was supposed to be the brother of not Apollo, another guy, one of the Trojan things, whatever. Okay. Yes, and then you are the brother. He got killed, and then you have to decide his dicks. I remember these 3, but Oberon, I still remember from volume 1 to volume 13 or 14. The things change, so you become into having this sheet that was a bit more towards like Dungeons and Dragons, something that was a bit more complex. Then you get things, you raise up things, and then whenever you have to do like a jump or something, then try the skills. So try these things, agility and strength. Oh, you fell off, you break your bones, so you die. Oh shit. But they were, I would say, a very clever way to have kids reading book, pretending that they were not reading, because actually the text part was huge. It was not like like a piece of this, and it was like the adventure that they came after in the, I don't know, the Amiga 500 or the Commodore 60, all these like a Monkey Island or whatever, these things in which you have like a piece of text and then you have to go and do the things. No, the Libri games, the book games, they had like a piece of bunch, 2-3 page in which you have to reach and then arrive it. So it was still a book, it
was still reading.
Yeah. But cool. So I'm super happy, Spaceman. We're gonna create something freaking awesome. Come on. I'm so happy. So take whenever from, because for example, one thing that that I'm using right now, it's a system inside. So because I cannot have the entire map because the thing is not written yet, I need to have a map. And how I do a map according to what are the memory structure that are existing in there. And this is something also that I know that Roli is trying to use it for the game and for the structure. Because the thing is that memories are our basics, so we need to find a way. How I'm doing this, I'm giving as a prompt in the beginning, at the end of the chapter, some number, some connection, where these memories coming from. Because all these pieces that are coming, that we are reading, are a piece of memory. They're not like a narrator or there is someone that is telling the story. Those are just piece of memory, like a huge kind of HAL 9000 that is spitting off these things and then randomly deciding which one is the things. But actually, it's the community deciding. But this one was a particular one, actually, because this chapter, I was in touch with Zen, because I loved the description of Zenji. I think that was very, very interesting because I needed a Katsugami that looks like a bastard, but it's not a bastard. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, and that's usually the one thing that I love about the character, that they looks like, oh, this is a fucking asshole, and then at the end, no, it's a freaking good guy. It's someone that is helping people, and so. I talked with him. I decided to have some ideas about that. And then I said, do you mind if I do this? And I said, yeah, sure, use it. And that's where this piece, Damn Old Tech, featuring Zenji, came out. So, let me see. I'll go, Roli, as you like it. I'll go with...
Yeah, I'm looking for something to show you. Meantime, that's why I'm I'm focusing. I wasn't really ready to share these, but now I show the dice, I can show you something else.
Okay, good. Let's go. All kinds of exposition. I like that.
Nice. Okay, let's read this.
Okay, let's go with E Paz first.
Read this, and then we because it's also it's already 2 hours, guys.
June, have a good night. June just said he's going to bed as well.
Yeah.
I will put you on streaming.
Let's see. Oh, by the way, to have these things pulled this way, because I wanted to have him, but I didn't want to have his eyes, because it's a particular trait of Zenji, the eyes and this mirk at something.
Do you want to read it, E Paz?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just thinking to take myself and Spaceman off, and you can stay. You can get the whole experience for yourself, and we can come back after you finished.
As you want it. As you want it.
The screen.
Let's go.
Give me the screen.
All right.
Ooh. Okay. That looks scary. Sleeping Lies, chapter number 4. Damn Old Tech, featuring Zenji. Sleeping Lies Lot 1.6.21, recover the fragment source SRC_C nuance archive secondary trace detected external cognitive echo suspected Zenji interference. File integrity is unstable. Primary sequence reconstructed from nuance to neural memory. Portion of dialogue exhibits structural deviation consistent with third-party memory imprint. Cross-contamination probability 17%. Estimated integrity 74%. This part of the story is where things seems to be very confused. You have no idea who to trust and where the real truth is, but you cannot avoid a deep dive into the cave and confront yourself with some very bad-looking people. And that is the problem. We trust our memories because we know that we cannot be tampered with or modified. But often a partial memory is worse than no memory at all, Spiky shouted New while keeping both eyes on the road and both hands on the handle of his trike. Yes, I understand that, but I'm not sure it is completely true. Imagine you have a piece of memory that is your mom talking to you. Who cares what happened earlier or after? You can conserve and share your mother's side, the smell of her hair and the color of her eyes. I would prefer then rather than nothing. Jean sounded nostalgic, hanging tightly on the back of the trike while the road became bumpier. Yeah, I know you would, but we need to get prepared for when we reach the third outpost. The club is always open, but this is an open road, and you know we do not like those Kazegami living in those hills. No, try to deflect the attention toward their imminent arrival. When you exit Kashima City, you always need a reason to exit the city. It is less complicated for Akodaka, who can access his terminal, but once outside the safe walls of Mother K, you need to pay attention to mostly two things: the road and the wind. The dangerous part of the road is this: most of them have, at the edge of the large path, two magnetic convey bands running under the surface layer. They are suspended on those magnetic fields while driving. It is absolutely a pain in the ass if your transport runs on magnetic field force to levitate and dynamic hovering for propulsion. You risk entering the loop of the convey bands and ending like a ball in a flipper, or worse, like several balls trapped in the same flipper machine. Those convey bands are needed for the big automatic transport that keeps the city running and connect most of the real hub with several resources processing facility. Some of them are also run by Kazegami. Jean called them the old guardians because some of them seems older than most people in the city, and they know things he would love to know, especially about igniting exploding materials. But the wind is not what we normally think. It is not a breeze or a gentle current. It is the danger hidden in the low canyons left and right of Mother K. It is the recurring Sander devils appearing when passing the second outpost. It is the fear of the ancient nature the K's still control today. That freaks me out, Imagine having access to a couple of square centimeters of gummy boom. Simply detonating them would cause an entire district to tremble. It will be so loud, and for sure, air suckers will not be sufficient. Dust will cover at least half of the buildings for a couple of kilometers, and the club has matters of it. I'm sure they use it when they attacked the replacement for the express train. Jean checked the small holographic terminal on his wrist, following the map and keeping a tight grip on the back of the trike. I'm not convinced that the club was involved there. That is the Kaitrikan's version, so they can justify continuing to patrol the three closest outposts. I cannot share the details, but I know for sure someone mentioned it again, the crimson lighting in the wake of the wind, so New covered his face against the sandy current. Not something that we can talk about on the road, right? Jean's voice sounded troubled. The third outpost was visible down the road, standing like a flag in the middle of the moon. The two tents covering the sign outpost entrance were more agitated than usual, a sign that strong winds were blowing through the nearby canyons. New began slowing down, hovering between the convey's bands and using their magnetic field to zigzag without consuming power, as the battery already showed 30%. We want to come back if we are able to get a transistor, New said, switching off the engine, which silenced itself like an old lever cutting power to a blackout city. The trike slowed its movement and landed perfectly in front of the outpost boundary. There was no physical gate, only a glowing line on the floor and several pointed arrows that looked dangerous enough to discourage any sudden step forward. Once stopped, New placed a foot on the floor. The line lit up, following their step until they reached the front of the invisible barrier. New removed his spot from the trike and projected its holograms onto his wrist. A sudden pole arose from the floor, opened into what looked like an old console, and projected a small screen in the air, resembling ancient television seen documentaries about the mysterious legacy that founded Kashuma City. A face appeared, or something resembling one. A demon mouth mask, solder goggles, and an abe hat. The voice sounded metallic and androgynous, not robotic, but as if someone were speaking through a thin aluminum can. I see, the Kodaka boy is here again. And this time he has brought no friends. I am not sure you should enter this time. We cannot guarantee your safety. Nobody likes you here, no? That doesn't not sound friendly, Makim, especially because he's accompanying me, and his only role here is to prevent you freaks from turning a transaction into another explosion. Where's your boss? Doesn't matter. Tell your friend to remove the glove and leave it outside. We do not like tech inside. And leave your box in the examination unit. We don't want anything to explode, right? Gene, how am I not surprised those are your friends? I always thought explosion did not make many friends. Do not start this again, okay? My friends are sometimes not to your liking, but your superior Kodakas are not far from them. Same stinky people, different codes. You're not familiar with them as I am. Exploding things create friends, just as burning bridge does. Jinton alluded to the Healthy Bay Bridge New once burned during training. You like remembering those moments, huh? New entered first. An apparent cube of energy formed around him, moving like a thin air elevator descending underground. Runes glowed and his stomach felt heavy and light at the same time. The technology could transport only one person at a time, so Jean waited for the examiner to finish scanning the box before descending into the club. If you ever thought the joint had some Kazegami vibes, you never entered into the club. No tech was allowed there. The tents and curtains made the space look like a soldier health camp where wounded bodies lay while doctors tried to save them. Here, the beds were replaced with tables and chairs, and behind the curtains, deals were being made. Nothing like the secret market, more like a natural bazaar where at any turn a sharp blade could end your life. Jean landed with a pale face. He had never been a fan of this method of transport nor of Mother K elevators, so he's always preferred stairs. And behind a curtain, Akaze had appeared, red goggles, green mask, long coat. The figure pointed towards another curtain 20 meters away, then vanished again. Nu and Jim recognized Bambo. Jin approached him, signaling Nu with his hands to keep distance while holding the box close to his body. Nu slowed his walk. He usually commanded this incursion, but with the club, if it were not for Jin, they would not even have reached the inside. Bambo, I see you are still alive. They look at each other as sparks ignited in their eyes. Bambo reached into his pocket, threw a small amount of dust into the air, caught it mid-air, spat on it, and threw it towards Jin, who mirrored the gesture perfectly. When their hands clashed in a handshake, a small explosion erupted in smoke, confirming both their love for explosive and their brotherhood. And kicking. Could not expect anything better from you. My brother is still using the same pink powder, though. Never converting to the chemical. Jane, nothing beats the plant's nectar. Dried under sunlight, this natural power is 10 times more explosive than your Chanati chemical mixture, said Bambo peremptorily. Sure, Mother K will say otherwise, but we have different views. Yeah, but Jin, this time it hasn't been easy, huh? What you asked is prohibited tech. We could find it. But the problem is not the price. Are you kidding? Gene, I hope your friends are men of their words or we need to rediscuss our agreement. Nu said, irritated. Bumbo stopped, opening the box. His hands fell onto the table. He sat calmly, looking at Jean. Jean, remind your four-eyed friend that we do not make deals with Kodakas. He should be grateful to be here. Usually none of them get access unless accompanied by someone we trust, and that was supposed to be you. So, keep your friends quiet. No did not realize that two dark figures had positioned themselves behind him until they sparked their stingy poles. These poles had two settings. Low charge caused a painful shock. High charge procured IEM discharge capable of destroying any piece of electronic implant with needle precision without burning the skin. Cold sweat slid down New's bucket hat. He stayed silent. Bambo opened the box, examined the tech piece, and nodded. The problem is not the price. This counts as payment for the previous agreement you failed to fulfill. Now we are settled. We can discuss what you must do to get that transistor. Bambo, your appetite has always been huge, so I brought this as well. Jean took out a piece of meat wrapped in green paper. Bambo stared. Do not tell me that. Absolutely. It is that meat. No understood instantly. Memory infused meat. For some outcasts without grow path limit, that means development. Jean, I like you, and this kind of gifts makes me love you. But as I said, this is not about the price. Bambo, but it's not about the price, it is about access. And you do not have access. So maybe I should speak with someone else? Exactly. I can only bring you in and allow you to talk through me. He signaled the two behind Nu. Zenji want to speak with him. The poles struck. Nu's limbs went numb. He could see and hear but could not move. Jean resisted. Bambo pinned him with a stingy blade, technical in design, precise, like the poles. Nu was moved to another table. Zenji approached. He removes his mask, revealing a controlled smile. His eyes were small but sharp, not like Bambo. Now we have two paths. A painful one, where I extract the truth from you, or a comfortable one, where you tell the truth and the chair confirms it. If you lie, we return to the painful one. Choose wisely. New stared back. You are not Bambo style, but your words are honest. You want truth. Show me you deserve it, then we talk. Zenji's mirth returned. He unrolled the leather wrap on the table. TT34. The transistor. The key to building the condenser. And now, New, are you ready to tell me what the condenser is? End of transmission, lot 1.6.21, reference, final library index. Integrity 74%, secondary imprint trace present, source contamination under observation, restoration pending.
Thank you, E Paz.
Thank you, guys.
That was a surprise. I didn't know we're gonna get a new chapter today. Let's go.
This one was a chapter that I moved, and it's the fourth chapter that we get it, and but we usually get this nice habit. So I think that I will honor this habit to whenever the community is going to choose another chapter, we're going to take a bit of time and tell the chapter in here. So
wonderful, nice. So usually that happens at the Spaceman when E Paz finishes the chapter. I will edit the video, and he can upload the full reading, and he's extra. So feel free, if you have anything what you created you like to read off, you can do it on the stream, and I mean you can do it for yourself too. But if you read it on stream, we just edit it out and just send it to you so you can upload it to
then yourself. We clip, we use it, we spread it again and move it. So
that's right. And we proliferate it. Yes, that is the power.
That's really good. I love to share new creations, and I love to hear new stories, and especially continuation of these as the community's hand is in E Paz stories all the time, and he is honoring the decision. So hats off. I mean, head stays on.
Well, they just let it go.
Virtually off.
I need a bucket. I need a bucket hat with this kind of 4 squares.
I have a penguin bucket hat on the Pudgy Penguin.
It looks like you know what the funny thing is when I'm doing some AI generation and whatever, and then I'm gonna say something to Spaceman because he mentioned AI or whatever and all these things and Claude and all this idea. Whenever I have to create the new hat as a trait, I need to say that 4 white squares design as the English flag. And then they come out. Otherwise, he creates something crazy. But regarding the cloth things and whatever, so consider this. I didn't sleep tonight because at 2.5, I decided, oh, yes, why not? Just let's install Ubuntu partition and then create OpenCloud on this small tablet so I can use the tablet as a server, but I can use on my computer as an LLM and then combine them. You know what happens? That Ubuntu fucked up my UFI at 5:30 in the morning. I was still not with Claude because I shit on Claude. So I was like, Claude, you are a fucking idiot. You make me make this mistake. That's what it's on you. You damn bastard. And then I was with OpenAI. Please, GPT, help me. Is like the genius.
Yes.
GPT, help
me. Yes.
It helped me. I reconstructed UFI and I can go back into Windows. And now I'm thinking seriously, why should I do something like this? Let's get it. So let's buy a fucking and have everything in there. But I understand what you mentioned, and one thing that I want to do is that I want to test some of the things, because if you are using, as you mentioned, some of the lower tier, you can have pretty responses. So I'm not in a rush, because everything I will use it for creating the word and building the word. Because what I wanted to have is what Obsidian limitation are giving me in part, But sometimes, when you are seeing the timeline, when you are seeing the connection, I want to see the map of all these people connected. I want to see how this is going, so I can develop pieces of the world entirely. And I need probably an open cloud that is doing that. And because I show you what I was animating, I want to have a workflow for this. So who knows? Time to speak. So if you wanted to chat about that, Spaceman.
Cloud, but it's going crazy. I see. That was a really good stream today, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I had lots of fun. Thank you for joining.
I loved it.
It was amazing. We should do this every week. I'm not sure how is your schedule could fit one in. June Ward already mentioned he would love to join us next week.
That would be cool.
All right.
We'll
have to see what my schedule looks like. Mine's not always kind of regular, but I was happy to join you today.
I had to move this. That was way earlier this stream, but this is evening time for me, so that's a bit quieter. When the kids are going to sleep, that's definitely easier for me.
Right.
But Tuesday is my busiest day, so I had to move this to the evening, so that's rather free. But if you could join, that would be amazing. And
yeah, usually
week, I'm sure
tighter, but
I'm sure.
It was a major, so it lasted a lot.
I'd love to show you. Yeah, I'd love to show you what one of the things that I've been working on, but it's gonna take a little bit more time than just a few minutes. So when I can have an opportunity, I'll definitely share.
That's great. That's how I want to say. Like next week, might we will be able to share a bit more about what you are working on, but also we will get some of our new updates this Thursday on the Bosu Sync-up.
Right.
So looking forward to it. So thank you very much, E Paz, and thank you so much, Spaceman. And thank you for everyone who stayed with us this evening. And see you later. Bye-bye.
Love everyone.